I'm unmuted, and now you guys are unmuted. Hello, welcome, happy good night time, friends and foes. Thank you for joining us at the Couch Cooperative for yet another grand adventure. I'm just gonna slightly move my little screen here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are continuing through our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. This is our 4th campaign, The Curse of Strahd, which we are enjoying amongst all of our players. We are on our 3rd session, as you can see below. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be playing through more campaigns, and we want to be able to grow the channel, so I'm just going to start saying that from now on. Go do your thing. Go click the button, and then click the bell button, because that's when you really subscribe, because then you know when we post videos and stuff. And then drop a comment in the comments. We'll get back to you on those, which would be cool. We have an announcement. Our announcement is that we have one of our players going on a big family vacation, so we're going to be taking a hiatus during that time. You said you leave on the 6th. Am I right on that?
On Thursday, yeah.
On Thursday. So he leaves on Thursday, and we will be not playing the Curse of Strahd throughout that time. If by chance we decide that we're going to be doing maybe like some one-shot, just like some skullduggery, a little bit of some tomfoolery, some shenanigans, then the only way you'll know about that is if you go to our Instagram page. And if you follow our Instagram page, that is where we make some of our announcements of like, hey, tonight we're going to be doing this. So go do that. Also, I don't know if we announced this already. Did we announce that we have a TikTok?
No.
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had Katray do it last week. So go do that. Go follow our TikTok and like go watch the videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's session. So, last we left off, our adventurers formally now banded together in hopes of helping these foreign guild members of this adventuring guild known as the Memento Mori to escape, to save themselves and flee Barovia, joining up with this drunken man, Barovian man named Dima. You guys had talked a bit about Strahd and about just him being a massive problem here in the lands, and how he's kind of a terror unto the people, and then had decided to seek out the wandering nomads that brought you, well, allegedly brought you here, which you were kind of able to confirm, which were the Vistani. And through Madame Ava, their kind of leader, or their matriarch of their family, she performed a Taroka reading, which is kind of like a tarot card deck, and I have the results of them here. Did anyone write I mean, I know I saved them in the Discord, so ultimately it really doesn't matter, but by chance did anyone write any of these down? Like, everyone's good on where to find these?
I did.
Cool.
I did.
So,
I always did.
Just a recap of what was said. The Taroka reading was said in a list of 5. The first was to be a location of information about your enemy, about Strahd. So you'll learn more about him, and you pulled the Avenger, in which that treasure lies in the dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted. The next was basically like an item of sorts that was supposed to help you ward off Strahd. And you pulled the Warrior, so that which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place to which you must return. And then the last item is a weapon that you are to use against Strahd, and that you pulled the Beggar, in which a wounded elf has what you seek, and he will part ways with this treasure to see his dreams fulfilled. The last 2 were a little bit more, they were less item related, and so the next card was about an ally that you could find amongst the lands of Barovia, and you pulled you pulled initial cards, but because we have a member who is a reborn, Jude Twiceborn, I almost just said Juice Twideborn. Jude, because of his reborn status, Madame Ava felt like the strands of fate were corrupted because of that, and so had done a revamp of the card pulling, specifically with these last 2. And so on the initial one, which is your ally, you pulled the Raven, which is to find the leader of the feathered ones who live among the vines. Though old, he has one more fight left in him. And then the final one is supposed to be the place where it all ends, and you pulled the Temptress, the Tempter. And so the fight is to occur basically amidst treasures. And so you guys have tried to figure out a bit about what to do with that, and so the very first thing you just had to do is go find the burgomaster of Barovia, specifically the town of Barovia, and his name is Kolyan Indirovich. You did not find him, but when you arrived at his house, you found a woman, an adult woman, who looked like the spitting image of Helena. Granted, she had longer hair than Helena does. And so you guys had a really awkward encounter with a man named Ismark the Lesser, which is Kolyan Indirovich's son. So this is Ismark Kolyanovich, known as Ismark the Lesser. And so he kind of is a protector of this Irina. And so you had a very tense meeting until you guys were brought into the Burgomaster's mansion to speak with him. And upon that, that is kind of where we ended. So, a fire rages inside of the home, inside of the mansion. You guys are down in kind of like the main study room, in which the windows are closed, the doors. It's a central room. It's in the middle of the building. No windows, no doors. No one can get in. Well, there's one door, but there's no other like exterior doors. And Ismark kind of sits down into a chair. And I'm sure you all have many questions, and I will do my best to answer them. So, shoot. What do you have for me?
I think we got everything. Hey, wait. Well, what did you just say, though? What was that? Was that a character?
Yeah, Ismark said, I'm sure you have many questions for me. And I will answer the questions that I am capable of.
Dima wants to step forward.
Okay, you step forward.
So you are aware of the stories of Strahd and Strahd, correct?
I do not know his stories too much. I don't know a lot about him, other than he's hold power over these lands for as long as time can.
Dima's eyes kind of widen, and he's like, oh, and he kind of scoots closer, and if I can, Dima wants to reach an arm around his shoulder. Oh, sorry. And he wants to say, so Strahd is not the reason that you are so adamant about protecting your sister, no?
He is.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know much about him.
So Dima's gonna take his arm away, then go, oh, okay, so that's...
I have a question, if that's all right.
Yes, Lily Bod.
Why do they look identical? Helena's never said a word of such. This is no one else as concerned as I am that there is an identical I mean, I don't mean to be judgmental, but I'm a changeling. You know, can I morph my face into Helena's?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
And when they see that happen, you see Irina and Ismark noticeably get uncomfortable, not being familiar with this type of ability, this type of thing, and so you can see them physically get uncomfortable by it and like perturbed. They look like it's like looking at something that disturbs you visually, and you get that kind of appearance from them. They don't say anything about it. And you change, and Ismark kind of cocks his head a little and goes, well, I can't say the thought hasn't nagged at the back of my mind for quite a bit, but I've had a little bit more pressing matters to attend to than ponder it more openly. Now that you bring it up, you're not too far off. I'm not entirely certain as to why my sister and your companion look as if they came from the same womb.
Dima, I want to butt in. Yeah, I would say that it is especially strange too because of the fact that these group of people right here, excluding myself, of course, are not native to the land of Barovia. They came here, and again, forgive me if I'm assuming too much, but they came here via the Vistani from another land far away, and now they
Vistani?
Yes.
I haven't heard that they... I know they travel quite a bit. I hadn't heard that they were back in the area.
But apparently they know how to go and come from Barovia. They don't tell us. I don't know, man.
But that doesn't make any sense. No one's left these Barovian lands.
Well, then how did these people get here, then? The group of adventurers.
I won't lie that the fact that they exist in this home speaks only slightly to what it is that you say.
But he speaks the truth. We were brought here from what we believe to be Barovians. They asked us to come save their king.
The Vistani have a little bit of a different tie than the rest of us Barovians, and I can only imagine this king that they're asking you to save is Strahd himself, but salvation is not something I would consider for him. Retribution, vengeance, and death. Sure, not salvation. And you can see he kind of like sits there and he looks like he's just really kind of processing this.
Oh, it's a lot to explain, I know. But the thing is, this may be our one moment to finally get the bastard devil.
Yes, but I don't know where we'd begin. The monsters... way too powerful. There's no way that I could even remotely hope to take them on in the state.
Well,
I think the first step, personally, is that I must get my sisters to safety, and Barovia is not the town for that. I believe Vallaki to be more defended, better in terms of safety, and a bit more hideable than Barovia. Part of me wants to take her there post-haste and hope that the devil can't find us.
How many days travel?
It'll be quite some time. And he goes ahead and pulls out a map of Barovia, just kind of like the region, and I don't know how well it's gonna hold up to the camera, but he pulls open the map of Barovia. Oh, it's not too bad. Except now I gotta try to look at it through the backside, which is great. You see right here where my finger is.
No.
My finger on the map.
Oh, yeah.
So that is Barovia, and this lake is where Vallaki's at. It's on the south end of it. So that's all we got to do. Let's just get there. It's going to take us some time, don't get me wrong. We could either cut through the Svalich Road, or the Svalich Woods in order to get there, or... Just take the old Svalich Road, because it'll take us right up.
So one or one? I choose one.
I mean, the woods are probably more dangerous with agents of Strahd all over the place, but it is faster for certain, because we don't have to worry. The winding road of the old Svalich Road is partially what's going to cause the trip to take several days.
Well, we'd be able to handle a few wolves in the forest. I mean, we are adventurers. We're trying to leave this place. I figure we should leave quickly.
Pretty well equipped, I wouldn't lie, and I know my way around a sword. I've served to the defense of Barovia on quite a few occasions. I'm sure the five of us would be perfectly fine in keeping Irina safe on the road.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Irina kind of perks up a bit and goes, and there's actually another matter that we kind of have to attend to prior to that. And she looks to Ismar and kind of dips her head down a bit and goes, we still have to worry about father. And Ismar goes, oh, yes, right. Fuck. You guys planned on coming to my father's house to speak with my father, I assume.
Yes.
He is here, and he's not amongst the living.
Oh. Okay.
And Irina kind of perks up at that point and goes, and the man's done so much for me. I can't comprehend leaving Barovia and abandoning his body as if it was just some useless corpse. I want to make sure that he's buried at the chapel by Father Donovich, and that his bones are blessed. He deserves it, and I refuse to leave this town until that is done. And Ismar kind of looks down and yes. And I've faced a little bit of difficulty because he's kind of choking up a little bit. You know, him being my father. It's incredibly personal of an ask, and I really understand if you decline it. But would you be willing to carry my father to the chapel for me in my stead?
Me? I don't want to answer.
Of course.
Thank you. Done.
Right. Well, let me go and show you to where he's at then. No, I'll let you, I guess, get to it while we gather our supplies to leave. And he takes you guys out of the room and upstairs. And there's a room upstairs that has the door closed, and he goes up to the door and he opens it. Like you can tell he's past the door frame, so he's like opening it a little bit off to the side and kind of pushes the door open so that it can open up fully. So he keeps himself out of like visual view shot of his father. And when the door opens, you see a body lying on the floor, lifeless, starting to look incredibly pale. An older gentleman, and he's laying on his back currently, and he has a hand kind of clutching onto his chest, and the other hand is like, because rigor mortis is set in, the other hand is grabbing like the edge of the bed sheets and is like clutched onto them.
Damn.
And his head's like off to the side, and he's kind of like just sitting there like that. He suffered we think he suffered a heart attack, and it was too much for him. So,
Can I medic him?
yeah.
Stepping out, man. Savage.
I got a 15.
A 15? Yeah, it's incredibly reasonable that he suffered a heart attack based on the way that he's dead. Like the way that his body's laying. We had wolves surround the house several weeks ago. Day and night. They're just clawing at walls and howling and barking, and it was too much for him. After the second week, he just gave up. And here he is. So, well, I'll leave you to it. And he kind of gets up a bit, and and if you need anything, let me know. Father Donovich's chapel's on the north side of the town. It's not too far. And I'll get Irina and her stuff ready so that upon your return we can leave. There's a casket on the bottom floor of the house that you can use to transport it through the town. It's got little handles, so two of you can carry it. And then he picks himself up and he walks away.
Are you sure we should be carrying his father's corpse?
Well, I don't think that I should be the one to do it, my friend. I think that maybe if it was two of you guys doing it, and I could make sure from distance that no one watch us, I think that would be best, yes.
Well, I don't want to carry it.
Propose, maybe you and maybe the lady who kind of looked like the lady that I said we should be concerned about not showing face towns.
But she's the strongest.
You can still carry it, no?
So you.
Yeah, but I told you. People know me, my friend. People know me. People will recognize her. So the smartest choice is for the two of you, and I point at your character too again, for you two to carry the bomb. Yes.
Not supposed to be stabbed.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you can never be too careful in Barovia, is what I'm saying.
I don't want to carry the body.
My friend, please, I beg. It is very important.
I will not carry a corpse in this way. Better yet, I'll end up haunted.
Ah,
I think it's not a big deal carrying the body.
you don't think.
I agree.
Dima think it's a very big deal, my friend. The thing you do with your face, Romulus, can you do that to other people or only yourself?
No, just myself.
His friends.
Did you think I could change other people?
Well, listen, if you could change my face, I would carry box for you, and then you wouldn't have to carry box. But unfortunately, you can't change my face. So again, I rest my case. You two should carry box. Stop.
I didn't care about the bombs, to be honest. Like, unfortunately, yes, of course, I would follow this by the path.
I'm gonna step outside of the room and I'm gonna lean against the wall in the hallway.
Okay. You hear his
Alright.
boots as he walks out of the room, creaking against the wood.
Well, you just left the room
Yeah.
Romulus did.
while I was talking?
Yes.
I want to gesture to Helena. Helena, please help me out. What's going on? Why are we not willing to work together, guys? This is one simple thing we do for a noble, and they will make friendship with us. And then when we have friendship with noble, then we can do more things that we want to do to get you guys out of here.
Well, we are helping.
Romulus doesn't want to carry box.
Look, it's not a big deal. I can carry it myself.
No, you should not show your face in public.
Well, that's why she's the strong.
Yeah, but in the it's you. Why is mask box?
It's an adventurer. Why is an armored person on the street?
My friend, you're speaking as someone who is not from Barovia to someone who lived in Barovia. I'm telling you, it's weird.
I don't think it's that different. Whether you
Can I go up to the body?
Yeah, you go up to the body.
Is his body pretty light?
Not, well, kind of. For you, maybe a little bit more light, but he is a dead body, and so they kind of get, that's why we call it dead weight, is that they tend to feel like they weigh a little
But
bit
with
more.
rigor mortis, wouldn't he just be like a board?
Yes, he'd be easy to hold, but the weight wouldn't necessarily change.
Ethan, can I persuasion Katray? Like it would be weird.
You would have to do it.
Let me do it. Do I have to roll? Can I roll?
No, you have to
You
persuade.
just have to persuade him.
You
And
is
if you can't, I know that's awful. How dare I?
Why can't it be that easy, dude?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Because then otherwise, you motherfuckers are going to be inciting and fucking deceiving each other all day. Intimidation checks out the ass? No.
Well then, my friend, I don't know what to tell you. It is weird in Barovia for a funeral casket, even if it is getting taken to chapel, for it to have people carrying it to a witness. That is beyond Barovia, as they say.
I mean, I don't mind if we're walking.
That
around.
the body, am I able to lift it?
Mhm.
Like, am I able to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, I just
it
want to.
makes people comfortable. I'll assist them.
but you have to like hold him like like a big box because you can't like slump
So-
the corpse. You can't just like slump
No.
his body over your shoulder because he's all like stiff.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no, we can all work together for that. Can we all work to like help move the body in the box?
With
Oh,
Jude's
I wasn't moving it. I wanted to see if I can lift him. I was like, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
We all cannot help lift the body.
well,
Romulus will not help lift the body.
It's like one room.
Jude's gonna take off his hat and put it on Helena's head
Okay.
to hide her hair.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
While I'm wearing a mask, that's really shady.
It's,
You are not assisting.
I'm helping carry the box.
You and who else is gonna carry the box?
Well, Helena,
Oh,
but you can't see her hair.
it doesn't matter. All right. I'm gonna trust you. I'll trust you. Now, when this comes to bite us in butt, I tell you, I told you so, my friend. Whatever. We do it. I walk behind you. I walk maybe 10, 15, 20 feet behind in crowd behind. No one noticed you. You great man.
Okay.
Do it.
So you grab the body of Kolyan and Dirovich and bring it down into the downstairs floor. You bring him outside where there is a casket that's kind of open and leaning up against the mansion wall. Putting that to the floor, and Romulus, you just walk out with them while they're kind of heading down, keeping yourself distant from the body. As you guys put the body into the casket, close it, and lock the latch, you pick it up by its handles that are on the front and the back of it, and begin to walk through the small town of Barovia to get to this church. Now, when you get there, atop a slight rise on the north end of Barovia, against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft, stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries and on, and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and a flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. As you approach the doors, the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. The door opens to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to what would be adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises from beneath the wooden floor. The man that was praying, as you walk closer with now this a little bit of hesitation, the chapel is in shambles with the overturned broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a cloth-scarred altar behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up from the bell tower. From beneath the chapel floor, you hear again a voice, resembling that of a young man, crying out, "Father, I'm starving! Please!" The priest, kind of still kneeling down, you begin to hear him kind of mutter and mumble. "I can't bring myself to do it, no. No, not one time. I do not do this for you. I do not know what has happened."
Speak for us, Lord. Speak for us.
Morning, Lord. I beseech you, I lift prayer to you.
Say something. Say something.
Your light is a guiding star for me, Morning Lord. And amidst the darkness of this world, how close it has affected my son. Lord, that you guide him from this life. Make my life easy. I promise I will sacrifice everything after that. It is your dawn. It is your life. Your morning. Amen. And then he lights a couple candles that are sitting there in front of him.
I walk up to him with my candle lit.
Okay. And he kind of turns to you and
Hello
like
there.
jumps like for when he looks up.
Don't worry. Beautiful prayer, Father.
So sorry.
Beautiful prayer. Beautiful prayer.
Father Donovich.
No, the money is
And he closes a book of holy text, just his scriptures, closes that up and kind of puts that up to his chest. He's got his hand, like if you look at a book, right, where you had the page side, that side is what he's holding, and he's got it clutched up.
Do they have a Jesus figure?
Morning Lord.
There would be icons of the Morning Lord, but most of them would either be specifically in this temple. It is probably going to be the picture of him, where he's got this like golden halo around his head and is holding an infant, like a swaddled, clothed infant.
Can I try and conjure it and cast a... Since I can speak to historical figures or fictional things...
It's a holy icon. It's not a historical figure.
But historically, they would have existed, right?
It's a god. So
do
it's
they
not
have
a
any, like,
historical
Hercules?
figure. Well, they don't have any... Yeah, there wouldn't be anything past that. No, like, saints or... especially not here in Barovia.
You got too much now.
And he looks up to you. His hairline's receding, and it's getting more and more white, is what you can see. And he's kind of got a bigger face, big blocky nose, clean shaven. Well, he's got a shadow that's coming in, but most of his features look like stressed, overwhelmed, depressed in the terms of like exhausted. Like this dude's just not. He looks rough. And he. I'm sorry for that I could not greet you.
Don't apologize, Father. Don't apologize.
Father Donovich, at your service. And he kind of looks over and you can see the casket and goes, who was it, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm gonna look behind me at everyone else holding the casket.
And he kind of like follows the eyesight and kind of turns over and tries to look at the other three.
Jude immediately looks down. Yeah.
All right. Dima comes up from the very back, and he says, "It was the dear father of Sir Ismark and Lady Irina." Yes. Sorry, Irina.
And his eyes kind of go wide. He goes, "It was Corian."
Da. Unfortunately, I know. They said it's been a few months, but they've been afraid to... Or not a few months. It's been a while, but they've been afraid to. So we are here now.
He's been dead for a while.
Yeah, a while, a short time, it's all, a matter of how you want to look at it.
How bad is it, if you don't mind me asking, Dima?
Dima.
Well, they know you as Dima. They don't know. They wouldn't know anything further than that, right?
No. I know. He just like he just doesn't like when people even say his name. He's like,
gotcha.
I know that people.
Yeah, that'd be like a quirk he'd understand.
Say that like so. Wait.
How long? How long?
How
long has it been?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't think he said. I forget.
It's a shame. I saw him a month ago. At about this point, you all hear... It sounds like someone screaming in agony, just in pain, beneath the floor. He kind of looks down and goes... and it's like he's like willingly overlooking it. Like he doesn't bring it up. He just keeps going. And if... I do have a spot for going in.
Excuse me, what was that wailing down there?
Don't worry about that.
But I think I might...
It is better for all persons to ignore all pleas and cries.
But what was that?
It was once a young boy.
Is it a spirit?
And now it is a monster. And I cannot bring myself to deal with it.
Well, a monster is subjective, is it not? Maybe it might be.
Whatever land you come from where monsters become a matter of debate is a blessed land indeed.
Well, what is it?
I said don't worry. It is
Hey,
a monster.
Ethan, like when he said whatever lands you come from.
What?
I think he was being racist.
No, he wasn't.
I know.
Oh.
Okay. Well, sorry, because I might be reading into it too much, but he said, whatever lands you come from. But I don't remember, the party didn't say that they were not from Barovia, right?
Right, so the idea is... He's
So he's
basically,
assuming-
like, no one that lives in Barovia, like, monsters are monsters. And there's a lot of them. So for him, that's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, but so then would I insight that he's seen other people from other lands besides Barovia before then?
You can make that. Seeing as these people are new to you, you absolutely can make that.
It's 11 with bonuses. It's 11 with... it's a 13.
Yeah, basically it's like you hear it as like a dismissal. So he's just shrugging off even the line of questioning because like who the fuck would ask in Barovia like whether or not something's a monster? Like if it's a monster, it's a monster. Like no one goes near that. So to you it comes off as like he's just being dismissive.
Ethan, I'm gonna kind of glance at the floorboards. Would there happen to be any like gaps or holes in them at all?
No, there's none that you can see.
Huh.
I have a place out back for Kolyan that I could take you to, so that you can put him down, and then you should be good.
And then we can move on, my friends. Yeah, let's get to it. Come on. And we get to it.
Yeah, you pick up the casket and
What?
begin to move it outside. And
Oh, can I
I'm
stay
gonna sit
inside?
behind Ethan.
if you guys show the inclination of like I would rather stay here, like he's gonna be by Father Donovich is gonna be by the door, and as everyone's leaving, he's gonna stand there and be like, "Come on."
Alright, I'll go.
It is nothing for you to worry about. Like I said, your
I'll
business
stand
is your
there.
business. It is mine. And
I'll
then you
leave.
hear, at that point, you hear another scream, and it's just, "Father! I've not eaten! Feed me!"
That's
And he
so
spits on the ground.
He screams, "Father!"
Mhm.
That could be because of the good church.
Sir, if you don't mind me asking, I will actually need you to tell me who's under the floor here.
I've told you, it is a monster. It was once a young boy. It is not that much longer.
Well, what happened to it?
What happened is the same thing that happens to everyone in these lands. The devil Strahd corrupts, turns things into beasts, and he is now one. The only thing that has kept him alive is because of who he is.
Wait, who is he?
That is not important to you. That is
It's not-
important to me.
How did he become such a monster?
It is irrelevant. He's locked away, and he will stay there until he dies. Because he is a beast. All of his cries, his deception. You
My
go ahead and
face-
make a... I want both of you to make an insight roll for me, real quick.
Ooh, insight, baby. To really get.
I'm just supposed to kill this freaking
Not
guy.
20, Ethan.
Okay, then you definitely see it.
Insight. Insight. I'm gonna use my fortune, but I got a 10.
Okay. With your pluses, what would that be?
10.
Okay, so Jude, you do not see this, but Romulus, not only do you notice this, but you're actually going to make a connection from it. His lip kind of begins to quiver towards the end of what he's saying, and you can see his eyes glisten as if he's holding off tears. So there's an emotional separation between what he's really feeling about this and what he's portraying to you, and he's trying to control what it is that he feels, that it's not displayed. And you think to yourself for just a moment, well, if something is down there that was once a boy and is now a beast, and the only reason why he's alive is because of who he is, the only connection that you can make rather quickly is that when this thing calls him father, that is not in relation to his title, it is in relations to who he is to him. And so you infer rather quickly that he has his son locked up beneath this temple, under the reasoning that he is a monster. You don't know what type of monsters are in Barovia and why that's a thing. But there's a level of authenticity to his emotions that you can see he is very different. Like, he's very good at holding it off. And so he's not breaking down and having this panic attack, and that's a little bit why Jude isn't noticing this. But he is giving, like, it gives you the impression of, like, a father that has probably had to have made one of the most difficult decisions that he's ever had, and continues to fight with that decision to this day.
Yeah, that's rough.
Usually,
You're gonna see my face quickly change to the face of the man who stood to protect you all in the combat against the wolves. A chiseled face with long blonde hair that goes to his shoulders, and he's going to say, his voice is going to change as well, and he'll look at the man and go, "Look, we can help you. Let us help you. We can protect you and save your son. I promise."
He clutches his scriptures closer and begins to make a few, like, religious signs, and looks at you and, like, backs up and, like, just get your stuff and get out. Bury the body, please. Leave me. I do not need your protection. He will not go anywhere. The more he starves, the weaker he gets. I know it. He's a lot easier to chain up now than he's ever been. Please, do not torment my soul further. It has been tormented enough.
The
But
only
don't you also
tormented one
something-
here is your son,
Mhm.
locked by the control of
What is locked beneath my
that demon.
What is locked beneath my temple is no longer a person. My son is dead. What inhabits his body is not my son.
So why don't we take his body and put him out of his misery. End both of your suffering.
Because I feel like that is my duty as his father. I owe him that. And I have yet to bring myself to that point. Look, I appreciate it. I do. But I can assure you, it is handled and it is taken care of. I will deal with it. Just go bury the body. And at that point, you can see tears start to now streak down his face. And he still holds himself, like his composure, but the tears are, you can see them kind of just streaking.
Oh, he's a poor guy, he's a poor fellow, man. He's like,
You just spit on the floor when you scream.
well, yeah, I mean,
Boo.
you would do the same thing if you had any shoes. What would you do?
Trying to figure out how to save him instead of just praying for it to go away.
What the
Reasonable, right? Yeah.
you sound like someone who's not from Barovia.
No, I'm not from Barovia. These guys are tripping.
So, you guys just go and bury the body, or?
No,
Okay.
you're thinking ill-minded right now. Emotion is clouding your judgment. You, of all people, should know better than to allow that creature to exist beneath such a holy place.
And that is why it is locked up and subjugated. It is kept protected by wards. The Morning Lord ensures it will not move further. I do not ask you this as a priest. I ask you this as a father. Leave it be. Please.
You ask a heavy weight to allow us.
And I will be the only one who suffers from it.
You're wrong. Your son is not fully dead. He's being used by whatever.
Yes, correct.
So how can you be so selfish to claim you as the only one punished? Would death not be the best right for your son?
Yes, death would be right, and I will bring myself to that point. I owe him at least that. But I cannot say that it is a hard decision for a father to make. I do not make it lightly. And so I starve the beast to ensure it's weakened. And then I will do what I must. The beast feeds on the hunger, like every other type of Strahd's ilk. The more it starves, the more I can kill it.
I'm gonna look around at my party members. Do you all not care? Do you all want to allow that demon to exist down there and torment that poor boy's soul?
Well, real quick, are me and Helena outside, or are we inside still?
Good question. They haven't come out of the temple for a little bit, so you guys can probably come back over and be like, hey.
Wait, what'd you say?
Wait, so who's outside? Am I outside right now?
It's a great question. The door was open.
Because I thought I was holding the casket. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because Dima and Helena were carrying the casket outside, so we're like outside at the spot for Coleon.
Well, you were never taken to the spot because not everyone left. So you guys would have basically like walked directly outside, sat there for a minute, and then realized, oh, they're still talking, and then probably walked back in.
Well, what about Coleon? Did we bring his body or no?
Yeah, you would have just left it outside because there's nothing else to do.
No.
You don't know where to bury him, so you can't just like go bring him over there.
Good, damn it. Alright. So we go back. So I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh, you would have already been inside. Like you literally would have been right outside the door because he would have been standing in the doorway. The whole thing would have happened, and he would have been like, "Oh, okay, I guess we're just hanging out."
Wait, Ethan, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Would I know if vampirism is curable or not?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check or a Religion check. Your choice.
Interesting. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, wait, get my. Oh. Alright, let me use my knowledge.
Dang. What? Dang.
Okay, I got a 12 for Arcana.
You know of no such cure. Lycanthropy and vampirism are two types of curses that most people just prefer a swift death.
Alright, well, whatever Dima heard, I think he thinks he gets the gist of it, so he'll come back and butt in and say, my friends, I may have misled you about Barovia. Whatever you think, that's vampires down there in Strahd are not the only vampires in Barovia. There are a multitude of vampires, more every day. It's all the time, it just is what it is. We look out for them. They're beasts, they're demons. We should put them down when we can. But this, and I want to gesture to the priest, and I want to say, this is a father struggling. Let the men grieve. We have more pressing matters to worry about than putting down the innocent son of a poor man.
This man will end up dead trying to kill his own son. He's incapable. Look at him.
No, he sounds plenty intelligent to me. He
I will
understands that.
starve that beast. Starve it.
What? And what interest?
You don't believe it's a beast. I can see it in your face.
I raised that boy for 15 years. So I'm sorry if it hurts with every passing day. I truly am. If you could find it somewhere in that heartless shell of a body you have, maybe you might consider that you're not too far off from the beast I have looked up. That was my son.
I understand that.
Oh God.
And let us do a deed and keep a father's hands clean from his son's death.
I brought this son into the world. I carved a life for him when his mother died. I will not abandon him now. I hardly have the instruments to do it. I just wait it out. He grows weaker, but every day he does not feed.
I want to step in here, and I'm gonna look at the priest, and I'm gonna go, my friend, I'm sorry, I can't help you more. And then I'm gonna turn
just
to the party.
please take. You know what? At this point, I will bury the body myself if it gets you all to leave.
Oh.
Golian was a good friend. I have a spot marked for him. But at this point, you all have overstayed your welcome.
Ah, very well then. Alright, let's go, my friends. Come on. Like I said, we have more pressing matters. And Dima wants to start motioning towards the exit of the chapel.
I'm gonna grab Dima's shirt by the back end of his shirt as he tries to walk away.
Whoa, hey,
Then
whoa.
you grab onto it and pull it back a little bit.
Yeah. We're not done here, Dima. There's a beast in the basement of this church, and we must eliminate it.
There's a beast that is preventing your ability to leave these lands that we must eliminate. This is a matter of priorities, my friend. This boy is nothing to you. You could beat him 7 days a week, it doesn't matter. Even if he kills his father and leaves. Excuse me, my friend. And I'm going to say that to the priest. But what we need to be focused on is the fact that you guys should not be here. And I have a chance to finally finish my destiny. Okay? And you kind of notice Dima gets a little bit of a twitch in one of his eyes.
A destiny of what? Liquor and the streets, you bum? Now you finally have a chance to do something good, and you still run away from it.
No, Dima is here, my friend. Dima is in it. Dima knows that this poor boy and this poor man are not worth our time and energy and our abilities. We have more pressing things to push onward towards. Leave them be, I beg you.
It is all I ask.
The 7th time on this journey already.
And when the priest has gone missing, we'll know what's happened.
Yeah, we will. We will.
And I'll
Just-
storm out. I'll storm out the front door.
As you're turning and fleeing, he looks at you, Dima. I don't know what's so hard to understand. The creature weakens with hunger. I starve the boy, and then I will kill him.
You
Can I-
will give him? He's not from here. He's
Can I-
not from Philadelphia. He doesn't.
Can I
know-
rub my chin and think about any of the history I know of vampires?
Sure. Make a history check.
History, is that wisdom?
No, it's intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay. It's a 18.
18. Vampires kind of have a classic horror trope in the Forgotten Realms and in Faerun. You know, your classic bedtime stories about vampires who catch, you know, little kids who are disobeying their parents or running all over the place. Kind of get told to, as kind of like, oh, you know, you don't want to go and be a screw up, otherwise the vampires will get you. There's also tales, you know, the classic damsel gets captured and it's the heroic knight that goes and saves her from the foul fiend. There's never been too many instances historically in which, like, vampirism's been a problem, nor has there been any one vampire who stood out amongst the rest. The big thing I would say is that it's just commonly known that vampires are...
I mean, Strahd Daddy Pop.
the stronger they get, the more problematic that they become. And with history, that, yeah, I would say it's just known that the stronger they get, the more problematic they can become.
I'm going to turn around one last time, and I'm going to say, are you even certain that starving that damn vampire will make it weaker, or are you just guessing?
They require sustenance. They drink blood like heathens. Without it, they starve. It is the same as if you didn't eat for a week. You would weaken. You would not have energy. You would not be able to continue. And you would be easier to beat. This is a different thing, but it is the same principle. Starve the beast, kill the beast. It is that simple.
I hope so. And then I'll turn back around and leave again.
His heart is in the right place. And he kind of looks to all of you guys. Make sure that he doesn't put you all into a bad position out there. Barovia is dangerous, and it's good intentions that will deliver you into the hands of the devil Strahd.
We will be ready, my friend.
He places a hand on your chest and kind of gives it a pat and goes, I know, Dima. I know. You
Hey,
look
and
good.
Kill that boy
He's like,
just yet.
hold on, he's like, you look good. You look like you've been doing well.
God.
I was in prayer this morning. I have something to tell you. And I couldn't help but feel like the Morning Lord was trying to impress upon my heart that you are fleeing Barovia to head back home. And I don't know what that means for you. But I will pray for you in that.
I have a special feeling about this group of adventurers, my friend.
They definitely look capable.
And that's why I was going to say, don't hold out hope for your boy. Yes, there may be hope coming to Barovia, one way or another. I'm not saying to feed him people or nothing like that. I wouldn't say that, but if you can keep
What inhabits my son is not anything worth keeping alive.
Well, you never know. You never know. No. He's been down there how long? He could go a little more, no?
He's been down there for a month. And he hasn't shut up. It's been a month of torment.
Give us 1 month. Give us 1 month. I'll come
There's
see you.
another month. Very well. Good journeys. I will take care of the burgomaster and start telling the townspeople that he has passed away. I assume his son's going to take over, yeah? Bismarck.
Yeah. He may take a hiatus, just to prepare for his duties, but he'll be around soon enough, I believe.
Well, that is not good. I will try to tell the town that Golian is not doing well for a little while longer until he returns, because if he's not directly here to take control, then people will start to kind of do their own thing, and we can't have that. I will figure it is fine. Safe travels.
I want to give him a hug. I want to say thank you.
He gives you a hug.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Dima. Try to stay off the liquor, yeah? It is not good when you're traveling with people. Please.
Hey, Ethan.
Yeah.
Keep me warm.
While they were finishing that conversation and I left, could have I taken early of start back to the homestead?
Yeah, you can go back to the mansion.
I'd like to snitch before everyone else gets there.
Okay.
That there's a vampire under the church.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you guys leave the church at this point?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
You guys give your hugs and say your goodbyes and go ahead and head back. And then, Romulus, we head back to you. And as you've arrived back at the Burgomaster Mansion, you can see that they have a wagon set up just outside, and it's got all these different, things on it, different materials, different furnishings, a collection of different camping supplies and things like that. Like, it's all set and ready to go for quite a couple people. It's got 2 horses that are drawing it. And Ismark has his blade now strapped to his back, and Irina also now has a blade strapped to her side. And they're kind of like finishing some of the riggings and just tightening up some stuff. And he kind of looks over you when he hears your boots crunching against the gravel, and then just kind of continues working.
Ismark, there is a problem.
Turns around and goes, what's the problem?
The priest is holding a vampire under the church.
What?
His son was infected. He's keeping him under the church.
Oh my god. That poor man, how is he doing?
He's doing terrible.
I can bet. What do you mean it's
He's
under
holding
the
it in. He's holding it in, but I could see it in his face that it's slowly breaking him down.
Like he has it, locked up?
Yes, he wouldn't let us extinguish it.
I'm not surprised, it's his son. His whole life revolved around that boy.
English that guy.
What I know is that his mother passed away rather viciously when he was incredibly young, leaving Father Donovich with an infant. That boy became his world.
That is rather unfortunate.
And he has it just locked up in there?
Yes, and wailing. He claims he's going to starve him so he can kill him easier.
I couldn't imagine him having to do that. But we have more pressing matters to attend to. Any moment we waste, the Devil Strahd's going to deal with us, and I'll have to trust that Donovich knows what he's doing. He's always had a sound head and a clear mind. I do thank you for telling me.
My face is going to quickly switch back to my normal face, and I'm going to kind of cower a little bit with my hands over my face. I can't believe there's a vampire under the church. What's going on here?
Hey. The world will move. If he's got it locked up and he's starving it, we're fine. I'm not worried. I trust
You
Donovich.
should be. Do you even know that will kill a vampire? I mean, it's a beast.
Hunger doesn't kill a vampire. That you gotta kill it. But hunger's a good way to make sure that any one of us could kill it. Those things are enhanced. If he starves that thing, it'll actually be. It's basically like. what's a good way to describe it? You know, a wolf, right? You fight a wolf can be a little challenging, right? But fighting a puppy is wrong, but is super easy. You could shoot a bolt at a puppy with no problem. You shouldn't do that, but that's what he's doing. By starving the beast, he turns it from a wolf to a puppy, and it's easy to kill the puppy.
Star Maker, Star Puppy.
I need my friends. We need to leave.
Yes.
And
I can see. And he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and he goes, I love where your heart's at. You definitely are someone that cares about the well-being of others. So, and he kind of puts a fist up to your sternum and goes, that could get you killed around here. Everyone's going to be a heartless sob. So be very careful where that places you, especially when we get to Vallaki. People there are cutthroat, okay?
I will remember that.
And if anything happens, it's on me. Everyone else kind of arrives a bit earlier, and he kind of looks at you all and goes, thank you for that. I am incredibly grateful, and he hands you guys a small, like, coin purse. Well, small. It's got 100 gold coins in it, so he hands a 100 gold coin bag over to you guys, and you guys can grab that. I gathered this from our personal safe, so thank you for helping with the burial of my father. I'm good to travel to Vallaki.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are ready.
I think we are ready. I think that we are ready to go, my friend. I also told Father Donovich that you would be not feeling very well for a while, so that's what. Or I'm sorry, not you. He will tell people that your father is not feeling very well, and then you will take over. You're not feeling very well. I forget already, but either way, he's gonna cover for you for a little bit so that people don't get so worried. It will be good.
Oh. All right. Off to Vallaki then. Yeah.
We're taking the forest, correct?
Da.
I was not under the impression that we would be traveling through the woods. It is incredibly dangerous for us to do so. The Old Swallows Road would take us a little bit longer, but it is the safest mode of transport.
I mean, the road. We should take the safer route. With vampires out, we really should. I want combat, but
Does that work for everyone?
I'm like tour guide.
Would it be good to go on the Swallows Road?
But
I'm
what do
just
you all
asking
think?
because Jude, you sound as if you would rather go through the woods.
You were the one that said woods.
Well, I was just wondering. I thought that everyone wanted to go to the woods. Either way is fine with me. If we do take the path, is it possible we'll come across other people, as in traders and such?
It probably not. Maybe a couple. Very
Because
few.
we may just want to take precautions on keeping the identity of Irina.
Yes, they can hang out in the carriage when needed.
Wait, so I can't fight with you guys?
No, you can just with the mascot. Yes, thank you.
Jude, I know I was quite eager to run through the forest earlier, but that vampire's just got me quite startled.
My friend, they die easy. The only strong vampire is really strong. The rest
Before we leave, I left a final package inside the mansion. It's just got a couple extra weapons that we could use, just like a couple crossbows, pack of bolts, and I think like a couple pikes, just in case they're needed. Could the four of you just go into the mansion and grab that for me? Because it'll probably need the four of you to gather everything and then bring them back, and then we can head out.
Just real quick,
I'm gonna. That sounds kind of fishy.
Sure.
Why are you saying all four of us gotta go? Why
I know.
All four of you leave the room.
What's stuck to the other, but opening you get a moment to be together and you like go away.
Sure. What'd you guys roll?
I rolled a nat one. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I mean he's got weapons. Weapons are weapons. Makes sense. What else do you guys roll?
Fucking 5.
Yeah, he's got weapons, and yeah, it looks like he needs help bringing in these weapons.
Oh my gosh, do we got
Rolling
none?
an investigation or?
No, it would be insight.
All four of us leave. I'll stay to eavesdrop.
What?
Can't you do
That's
Yeah, I can.
now?
I sneak around the corner.
Talk to him. We all leave to go grab weapons, but Katray said he wants to eavesdrop.
No, it's fine. I'll go with it.
Okay,
No,
you guys
you
go.
could
You guys
try.
go into the
Oh.
mansion.
Can I look inside the boxes when we're inside the mansion?
What boxes?
The weapons he's having us move.
I mean,
The
There-
weapons.
we'll get to that in a moment. So you guys go ahead and make your way up, like kind of like the small little mansion pathway.
Here. I'm gonna get pushed out.
Alright, we grab the weapons? Question mark?
Yeah, hold on just one second.
Hold on.
Yeah, so you guys make your way into the mansion, and after kind of closing or getting through the door, you make your way into kind of like the primary room, and you can see on the table there's these 4 like leather packs where basically you bundle up weapons, and they all have different things kind of on them. So for like some of them, it would just be as simple as just rolling them up and then grabbing the pack. But with the one with the crossbows, for example, someone just needs to grab the crossbows and just like bring them themselves. I don't know why.
What's the heaviest
I'll grab
or
the-
bag?
The
I'll grab the
heaviest,
heaviest.
heaviest would probably be the crossbows. I would say like nothing here is like heavy. It's just you need multiple hands to grab this stuff. And so you guys start grabbing onto different sets of weapons, and at about that point, you hear the door close,
Oh.
and it's almost as if a candlelight is just snuffed. Like it just gets unusually dark.
Why did I know?
in the building?
Literally felt it coming. It was on
You
the
all,
way.
I know,
you all
it-
kind
it
of like
did feel wrong.
turn towards the door to see it just standing there. Door's closed.
You're a freaking nerd. Nerd.
Can I open the door?
You go to the door to try to open it, and it won't move. You and you like are shoving on it, and it won't budge.
Can I just look at Helena?
You look at Helena, and she's standing there,
What?
and you hear, "What is she going to do?"
I mean, can I look for where the voice came from?
You stop and turn and look at the top of the staircase, and at the top of the staircase, you see a man with his hand on the railing begin to walk towards the top of the stairs. This magnificent robe displayed, black hair down, like laying as far down as it can go, royally stands there. You've seen this man, Jude, but he looks massively different.
It's more than
And when he
Evil.
walks, it's as if the shadows follow him.
Damn.
The twice-born. It's been a day. He starts taking a couple steps down, and so he's walking as he's saying these things. I hope that I'm not disturbing you too much. And he kind of looks down the stairs and sees you, Romulus. I know you've been rather spooked as of late. But I wanted to have a word with you all. Most specifically. And he gets to the bottom of the staircase and turns to Helena. With you.
She's a match.
His hands then kind of come out to his sides and
Ah! Ah!
I have been looking for you.
Mm-mm.
And you and I can and he kind of reaches his hands out. You and I can finally be together.
Oh.
And nothing will hold us apart. And there's something about the way that he stands, and Helena, specifically the way that the shadows followed him as he walked down the stairs, in which, like, traumatically, this dream nightmare that's been, like, cycling throughout your past several weeks of sleeping, now, like, kind of, it's like it cuts into what you're seeing. So you kind of, like, see yourself on that balcony, you see yourself in that hallway, and you see, you know, this, like, unshaped and shadow creature, you know, ripping the guard's heart out and drinking from it, that you saw several nights ago, and walking down the hallway with the candle flames extinguishing as the shadows kind of acted like a cloak around him. And they just, like, they keep, like, cutting into themselves, into where, like, by the time he gets down to you, you're like, you feel confident that whatever creature you've been dreaming about, this is it. And he keeps his hands out to you and he goes, "My love, you do not have to live in fear. You do not have to live without another chance of life. I can bring you home."
Do I know that he had killed me in my dream?
No, because you always fell off the balcony. He never did anything.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna slap his hands away. I'm not
You
sure.
smack one off to the side.
Oh,
He just looks at it.
Oh no, he likes to tease.
I'm not sure who you think I am, but whatever you had with that person is long gone.
I know. Strong. Oh, man.
Can I set the box down? And I want to have my trident, like, I want to hold it. I'm not, like, at the ready. I just want to hold it as, like
Yeah.
as a warning.
As your hand goes to your trident, I need all of you guys to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
No! I knew it was gonna happen, man. Gosh darn it, because the last thing you do is square up to Strahd Poppy. Oh, man. Oh, man. I got 9. Right at the bottom.
You're at 12.
15.
Man.
My fault.
Your fault. You didn't see first from the page. You should have recognized
It was
his voice. I'm like,
Sorry, y'all. It was my fault. I slapped
You
his
said,
hand.
okay, so, Strahd Bonzarovich got a 23. Where's everyone at? Past that.
18.
Okay.
15.
12, 9.
Strahd, Romulus,
And we all got 8.
Helena, Jude, Dima.
Freaking.
Okay. Helena, you go to grab, so you put the box down after smacking Strahd's hand and go to reach for your trident, and this fiend moves with a speed that you've never faced in your years as a paladin. And he's going to go ahead and make an unarmed strike against you, and that's going to be a 21 to hit.
Miss. No, I'm just playing. It hits.
It hits, and you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he grabs you by the throat and lifts you up into the air. And you can feel his claws kind of like scraping against your throat. He has a little pressure on it that kind of adds a bit of a choke to it. And then you also take, it's 8, 10, 14, 17, 22 points of necrotic damage.
I'm down.
It's just not, okay, so he goes and picks you up, and he grabs you by the throat, and it just knocks you unconscious. The movement's so quick that you just can't contain it. And he grabs you, and he looks at you and goes, And he kind of flicks the neck over, and then he just drops you onto the floor.
Damn.
And you clatter to the side, and then he turns and looks at you all, and he reaches down and touches her breathing body, and he's going to go ahead and cast Spare the Dying.
Oh.
And then he's
That's
gonna,
interesting.
so you're not making death saves, Helena. You are just unconscious. Okay. And then he looks at the three of you and goes, "You are all in my way."
That's kind of the point, my friend.
Maybe he wants to walk out the door.
And that makes it Romulus' turn.
I'm gonna use one of my spirit my bardic inspiration to do my little spirit thing, but I only get a D6 this time, and I have to roll to see which one it is.
Correct.
I got a 1, which is a tale of the clever animal. For the next 10 minutes, whenever the target makes an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check, the target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the D20 and add the extra die's number to the check. Okay. I'm gonna cast that on myself.
Perfect. So you go ahead and give yourself that bardic inspiration.
I do.
Yeah. And is there anything else that you'd like to do on your turn?
I'd like to hide behind my allies.
Okay, and you move yourself behind Dima and Jude. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Jude, you're up. You see Helena, and it is something, Jude and Romulus, that you've never seen, to see Helena get completely bested in combat with such speed. She's got a very incredible fortitude, and to see that just get absolutely blown out of the waters puts you both on high alert that this guy is not to be trifled with. But Jude, it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
I think that's that's an action.
Okay. As you go ahead and cast, how do you cast that Mage Armor?
It'd be my component's pouch.
Okay. So you go ahead and reach into your component's pouch, grabbing out a couple components, and you mix them together and try to slam them onto yourself. And when you do so, you see the Mage Armor begin to spread as it's creating this abjuration to protect you. And you look, and you basically see as Strahd, who's kind of looking down at Helena's body just yet again, looks up quickly, and the shadows move. And it looks as if the shadows creep onto your body as he casts Counterspell and prevents you from casting Mage Armor.
You always counterspell me.
Stop playing mages, and I wouldn't have to. If you next campaign were like, you know what? I mean, hey, listen, you did play a barbarian. I didn't counterspell Ragnarok. You nuked your entire team. That's not.
Whoa.
You TPK'd it. You killed your whole traveling companions. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
So yeah, he cast Counterspell. That is his reaction. So I'm assuming that's your turn. You want to move, do anything?
No, I won't do anything. I'll end my turn.
Alright, Dima, you're up.
Can I use my movement to move somewhere that I can use my cunning action to hide?
Yeah, you want to hide in the house?
Yeah, I want to hide.
Okay, where do you want to hide in the house?
I want to stay close enough that I can use my psionic whispers on Strahd.
How close do you have to be?
As an action, choose one or more creatures I can see. Up to creatures equal to proficiency, then for a number of hours. Within 1 mile.
Hold up.
I just have to. I have to see him when I cast it, but I can run away and hide after I cast it.
Yeah, what ability is that?
Psychic Whispers for Soul 9. I also don't have to.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say how far they have to be for you to cast to use it. It only says it says that they have to be seeable, but then once it's done, then for up to a mile you can telepathically speak with them. So okay, we'll go off of that. So you just need to find a spot where you could eventually see him. That's easy. Go ahead and roll a stealth check because you're gonna hide.
Oh lordy. Oh, nice. I got a 19 with that's expertise 19, so it's like 26 or some shit.
Damn. Okay. You immediately throw yourself behind a set of furniture, and a bulky one at that you're able to like really get down to the ground and like hide behind.
And as I'm hiding, I want to whisper into his ear. I wanted to still sound Barovian, but as not like Dima as possible. But I'm still going to sound like Dima. But I wanted to essentially say, like, you have tyranned over these lands for long enough. You are only the echoes of what was once the champion of Barovia. You will be removed as the seat of power for these lands. You will not be allowed to continue on this rampage that you have started. And I want to fill his head with thoughts like you are not worthy of being Barovia's champion anymore.
Okay. Alright. And that's your turn?
That's all my actions, yeah.
Okay. On his turn, Jude, you can see his head kind of twitches by something, and you're not sure what. And he looks a little strained, and when it stops, cold stone determination, his head quickly snaps to you, and he's going to go ahead and make two unarmed strikes at you. This time.
Wait. I want to use my port. On him, and he has a 3 for one of them.
Okay, so that would make it a 14 to hit.
Reaction shield. Reaction shield.
Okay. So there, you actually, in the midst of him trying to swing at you, you realized, oh crap! I saw this earlier today. This vision. And so when he brings this foot in your direction, you immediately conjure up an arcane barrier. And he's going to make another attack and rolls a 24. So with that, he goes ahead and deals 9 plus 5. So 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
And I need you to go... What was that?
That was a lot of damage.
Okay, I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
There's no amount of flex heal for this one. Oh, wow. Okay.
Natural 20.
Wow.
A natural 20. Wow. With the first kick, as he sends a kick into you, you go ahead and cast this arcane shield, and it deflects the first kick. He propels off of that to then kick you again. This time he's trying to kick you into the staircase, like to actually forcibly kick you into the staircase. And he gets a solid kick into your sternum. It breaks the arcane barrier, but as you kind of start flying back, you're able to kind of hold yourself from being flown off of your feet, and he's forced to get onto the ground. And he just gives you this look. And that is going to go ahead and be his turn. So we have Romulus, you're up.
Shit. Well, I'm going to... Can I see Nick?
No. No, he pretty swiftly disappeared.
Katray still kicking it though with me?
Yeah, Katray is 1v1ing Strahd right now. As a level 3 wizard.
I only got 20 scout. And of course,
I'm gonna cast Heroism on Jude.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, and my face is going to morph into that chiseled, blonde-haired, obnoxious man. And he's gonna say, You've got this, brother. Fight on. And then he's going to be filled with 5 temporary HP, and you are immune to being frightened.
Congratulations, Jude. You feel emboldened by your companion.
Nice, man.
Only the best support spells I've picked.
That is your action. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn?
I'm going to take a step forward instead of cowering now.
Take a step forward. Okay. Take a step
About
forward.
5 feet.
Okay. Jude.
Huh?
You're up, Jude.
Judas.
Judas Priest.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I want to go.
Away.
Yeah. I want to go behind him,
Okay.
like pretty much as far as I can. And then I'm gonna use my action to cast Firebolt.
Okay. So if you Misty Step, probably like because you're right by the stairs, Misty Stepping behind him, the one of the furthest stairs you can get to would be closer to the front door. So you have an idea to cast Firebolt, but who are you firebolting? Or what?
Strahd.
Okay, you're gonna Firebolt Strahd?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Wait, is there a chandelier above him?
Roll a d20.
18.
There is.
Can I Firebolt that instead?
Absolutely, make an attack roll.
You're gonna chandelier him, bro?
I'm gonna chandelier his ass.
God damn, dude.
Dude, that's gotta be like 20 d4 damage at least.
I got a 16.
A 16. You hit it, and it falls onto Strahd. He's going to go ahead and make a strength save, because he's going to attempt to catch this.
Jeez.
And he rolls an unnatural 20. So he
Damn.
grabs it as it falls, and then he hurls it at you. I need you to go ahead and make a dex save.
God damn.
But in the midst of it falling, you hear all the glass shatter, and it makes a very loud noise.
You had a brilliant plan and it bang.
Okay, I got a 19 for my dex.
A 19, you drop to the floor, and it embeds itself into the wall. And you just hear this, like, and he chucks it, and as it flies at you, you quickly duck, and it into the wall right behind you, and you're like, holy shit. That's your bonus action and action. Is there anything else you want to do?
Lord. Brace for impact.
Jude, you're up. Or not Jude, Dima, you're up.
The words.
Hiding spot, I'm going to expose myself and throw one of my psychic blades at Strahd.
Okay.
Let's see if that hits. Do I get any kind of advantage for this or anything, or no? No, right?
What'd you roll on your stealth?
My stealth was like a 26.
You do.
Oh, cool. So advantage?
Yes.
Sweet. So first one, a 6. Is this sneak attack or no?
It would be.
And
You're sneak attacking Strahd, dude.
He is.
Dun dun dun.
Darn it, dude. No, that's only gonna be a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit. So as you take your soul knife and chuck it and hurl it at Strahd, it flies through the air and he catches it and then throws it into the ground.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to uncanny action hide again or whatever it is.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
Hunting action hide. Oh, lordy. Oh, that one is a 15 plus Dex. It's 4, which is expertise. Wait, so I have a question, because my stealth is expertise and my Dex is a +4, so is it my roll +8, right?
You double your proficiency bonus.
Okay, yeah, so it's a 23.
Okay. You roll 23. You're not
My turn.
Your turn's done?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, at the top of this round, because a loud noise has been made inside of the house, you hear banging on the outside of the door, and you hear, "Guys! Goosh, 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 goosh! Guys, are you good?" And you can hear Bismarck as he's trying to, like, call out to you guys. We'll get to that on your turn, but you hear like something's smashing into the door. It is now Strahd's turn. Jude is going to go ahead and make an attack against you as he walks up to you. And that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Shield, 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 shield.
You're going to use shield?
Yeah, I'm going to use shield.
Okay, so he goes in with a fist to, like, punch you. Okay, and as you do that, you go ahead and grab your component pouch. This would be a component pouch?
Yeah, the shield would be component pouch.
Yeah. So as you go to grab that stuff and get that all together, he grabs onto your wrist before you can get everything and casts counterspell and then punches you.
Oh,
Oh my god!
And at the minute he grabs it, he looks at you and goes, "You don't get to do that again." And you go, "Oh fuck!" and then get punched. So you take 4 plus 2 plus 5, so 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Boy, that's he might kill you. No, he won't kill me. He can kill you, all right, dude. Yeah, he can do that. Well, it's in one round, isn't it?
Yeah, and you still have health. I thought you were like 11.
But I'm down, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he grabs onto your hands and goes, "No, you don't get to do that again," and then just punches you to the floor. And it just drops you unconscious. At about that point, he goes ahead and turns, and Dima, you can see him because you can see what he's doing, and so can you, Romulus. He goes over to the stack of weapons, and he picks up a spear, and then Dima, he is going to hurl it at you through the piece of furniture that you're hiding behind. And so it is. I am going to consider it full cover. To the extent where you're going to get +5 to your armor class for this. So what is your armor class?
Fix it. My armor class is 15.
Okay, so it's going to add another 5 to that then. So you're at 20. Because you're hiding behind something. It acts as a barrier.
I'm terrified. No, it doesn't. He's going to hit me.
He rolled a 28.
See? Gosh darn it.
And you take 19 points of piercing damage as he hurls a spear and it impales the furniture and stabs you into the shoulder. And it goes clean through. Like, you're now impaled to this furniture, and you grab onto the spear and you're like, "Ah!" And at that point you hear, "Dima! Dima! Goosh, 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 goosh." Jude, he used non-lethal damage on you, so you don't need to make any saves. So, Romulus, it is your turn, though.
I'm gonna cast another evil spirity spell.
Okay.
I got a 6 this time. So this time, the Tale of the Traveler. The target gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Bard level. The walking speed increased by 10, and it gains 1 bonus to +1 to AC. So I'm gonna give that. Who's currently just got Whack-A-Mole? Was that fucking?
Dima.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Dima.
Okay, so Dima gets a +1 to his armor class.
And, yeah, also +10 movement and
Nice.
7 HP.
Amazing.
Temp HP. Sorry.
Okay. Great. And that's your action.
That is my action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take 5 more foot step towards Strahd.
Okay. Dima, you are currently impaled to this furniture. You will have to use you will have to use an action to unimpale yourself, or use a bonus action to cut it or break it.
No, Dima's a fucking Chad, bro. Dima's gonna use his attack action to throw another blade at Strahd.
Okay, make it at disadvantage because you're currently impaled and it hampers your movement.
Oh, that's fine, dude. That's fine. Oh man. It's a natural 1.
A natural 1.
But that's fine because it says also with the psychic blades, after you attack with the blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second blade as a bonus action on the same turn. So I'm gonna make one more attack. And the second one is going to be the second one's gonna be a 14 to hit. It's not gonna hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just stuck, and so you're hurling these daggers like basically over this furniture, and none of them are getting close to hitting. Like one, you throw and it just goes straight up because you release too early, and then the other one you release on time, but he just moves out of the way, and he's walking towards you.
Oh no.
Before he continues to walk towards you, Dima, because you can see he is intently wanting to walk towards you, he looks over at you, Romulus.
Sorry, I have a question. Does the 16 hit Strahd?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
So he looks over and goes, "On you, I can smell a coward." And that's what he says to you, Romulus. And he looks over at you, Dima.
Me?
No. He looks at you now and goes, "It's been a while."
Don't. That's not in character. I'm just.
And he goes, "Tell your mother hello for me,
Damn.
Lord Voctor."
He spits blood out of his mouth.
He gets to the floor next to Helena, and he kind of cradles her lovingly, like an embrace, and picks her up. And it looks like he wants to head out, like outside with her, like he's gonna leave. And he just gives her this look, and he moves her hair lovingly out of the way, even though it's it's only a little bit. And you get the impression that he wants to lean in to kiss her forehead, but then the door breaks open, and it's the sunlight. And when the Barovian sunlight kicks through, he's just straight up gone. And the most confusing part about it is that it's not as if Helena's now still hanging in the air. It's as if she was never picked up. Like she's perfectly on the floor. Jude is still completely knocked out, and you guys are all still kind of where you were. But Strahd is just gone the minute the door opens, and Ismark runs in and goes, "Oh my god, what happened?"
Strahd.
He runs over to you right away, and he grabs the spear, and he goes, "Oh god, okay." And he puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "I am so sorry." And he rips it out of your shoulder as quick as he can. And the pain, you can hear the shh, and you can see blood start to pour out. And he goes, "Oh god, quick!" And he starts to grab some cloth, and he wraps up the shoulder so that it stops the bleeding.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
You cast Cure Wounds, so you go and heal him.
D8, right?
Yeah, so D8 plus your charisma.
11 HP.
Real quick, did we sleep the night before? Did we sleep at all or no?
Yeah, for you, Nick.
Oh, let's freaking go, man.
Yeah, you guys had slept the night before.
You said we did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
30 and 31.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So you're healed, and at that point, Irina goes over to Helena's, looking at her to make sure she's okay. And when Ismark gets an idea that you're good, Dima, he runs over to Jude, and they're both gonna wake you guys because you guys are unconscious. So they're gonna go ahead and wake you, and you guys are slowly coming to, and they just look at you and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're alive. What happened? It was as if the door was locked. I couldn't get in. I heard a crash."
I'm gonna start laughing. I'm just gonna tell him. I haven't been bested like that in a long time.
He kind of looks and goes, well, at least you have a positive outlook on it. And he kind of like, okay. He looks at you, Jude, and he's like, Jude, your face.
Where did Strahd go?
What?
Where did he go?
What do you mean? What?
He was attacking us.
What?
Strahd.
I heard you. He was here?
Yes.
Wait, that's who that man was.
He looks around.
You think I put the chandelier through the wall?
He turns and looks at the chandelier in the wall and goes, we have to go now. Everyone, into the carriage. Right away. And he picks you guys all up, gets you guys into the carriage, kind of piece by piece, like forces you kind of in there. It's like pushing you in. And he gets on top of it, and he just, yeah, and the horses, and they start running off. And you hear the clatter of hooves on cobblestone as the carriage just departs from Barovia. And you have a brief moment kind of to yourselves, just kind of in the interim while you're initially departing. And Irina is just kind of like, she's concerned, but she's not trying to like get into the conversation about it, but you can see she gives you guys this look. It's just like making sure that you guys are okay. Jude, you look out of the carriage and you just see the castle off into the distance. And
You know what that means.
what would Jude be feeling about this? Like, Zarovich came and told you that in order to get out of Barovia you need to go through the castle, and if this is what stands in your way at this moment, what is Jude feeling? Is he hopeful? Is he running out of hope? Where are we at?
I think it would be a mix between fear and determination.
Yeah, a fear-fueled determination that we must get out of this place. And furthermore, now you fully recognize the danger that is present with Helena. Like, what the... Like, you all kind of think to yourself, what the fuck was that? What was he talking about? Like,
Why are you wearing
this, like, weak... They've never met, and he's speaking to her as if she's the love of his life, and that's going to be a problem.
Strahd is a crush.
Gross.
You guys travel for a week before making it to the town of Vallaki. And as you guys get to Vallaki, the old Svalich road that you're on meanders into this valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and to the south. Night has fallen. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. A thick fog presses up against this wall as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled upon them. When you guys arrive just outside the gates, you hear the guards kind of look over and go, "Halt! Who goes there?" Ismark looks up and says, "I'm Ismark Kolyanovich, the son of the burgomaster of Barovia. I come with friends." "State your business, Kolyanovich." And he looks and goes, "We have proprietary measures here. We're looking for a bit of work. We're traveling mercenaries, swords for hire." And he kind of looks over at the different wolves head and goes, "It looks like you guys have a wolf problem, so we could potentially capitalize on it. We would surely love to be able to get through and make our way into this town. Is there anything that you need from us?" And he kind of looks down and kind of sizes. No, you can hit the tavern if you're looking to kill wolves. Be safe. Open the gate. The gates start to roll up. You guys make your way through. Gates begin to close.
Has the vibe check done?
And you guys have made it to the town of Valaki.
Let's go. No shot.
This will be where we do end our session, but I want to give a little bit of like an over the top like before we end. You guys enter into the town of Valaki, kind of unknown of what's next. What does this adventure look like for you? Your desperate struggle to escape Barovia. For Dima, it's this desperate struggle to save these people, if not your home. And you know that there is this Taroka reading that is allegedly to divine a pathway for you to follow, and Valaki could very well be the first place in which you could get some answers. This dragon, when I pull up the actual reading, this dragon's house, this womb of darkness, a wounded elf, these things are cryptic, and you need information. You guys need to know what to make of this. And to allow the divination to pan its pathway. Your story has been fated. And to learn what that will look like is your next goal. And so that is where we will pick up, in the town of Valaki, on the hunt for information. The first item is something that will give you information about Strahd and how to defeat him. The second is an item, a protective warding item, designed to help you fight Strahd. The third is a weapon to use directly against Strahd. You are to then find an ally. Those four things are your priority. The fifth, this treasury, it is meaningless until you resolve those four. And so that is where we will pick up next.
Might have been.
And that is where we will give you guys a little bit of freedom to determine how you want to do that and how you want to go about that.
Who that guy freaking Strahd?
But that is where we will end off. So for everyone watching, thank you guys so much for a good session. We appreciate you. We're grateful for your viewership. Again, please like the video. Drop a comment about something that you enjoyed. If you've made it this far, we appreciate you. We'll make sure to get back to you in the comments throughout the week. And lastly, have a great rest of your week. Take care of yourself. Make sure to tell someone that you love them and stay safe. And we will catch you guys after our hiatus. So please follow us on Instagram so that you can catch up with news. And we wish our adventurer Romulus a great vacation, a great family vacation. Katray, you have your hand raised.
Huh? Oh, yeah. You can ignore it.
Okay. Okay. Sweet. So without further ado, thank you guys so much. We hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Make sure to take care of yourself, stay safe, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Later.